Good morning, dear learners. Welcome to teaching learning session. In today's lecture of sales management, we'll discuss about merchandising and managing sales display. Right? This sales display is very important in sales. It plays a very important role. But before we start with the display, we should understand what is merchandising. Right? Like in retail context, what to buy, who will buy it, and how it would be arranged in a retail store is a part of merchandising function, right? So what to buy, who will buy it, how it would be arranged in the retail store so that it could move fastly, right? All these are the part of a merchandising function. The function of merchandising starts from storage, procurement, from the stage of from the stage of procurement and continues till product is actually sold. So merchandising involves the processes, many processes actually. It starts from the stage of procurement, right, where you decide what to purchase, how to store it, what to buy, who will buy it, how to store it, till the product is actually sold. Merchandising role is done by the category manager or merchandising managers, right? There are certain roles and responsibilities that are integral part of merchandising, like certain roles and responsibilities which are actually a part of merchandising, like sales analysis, right? It is a part of merchandising that you have to analyze the sales forecasting, selection of buyers, selection of product range, space allocation, planning, and product display. Right? All these are the roles and responsibilities that are the part of merchandising. Sales analysis, you have to analyze the sales, right? How much sale is we are gonna to be made in this particular month or the year, right? So that we can procure it, analyze the sale, analyze the previous sales, and on the basis of that sales you can forecast the present sales, right? Selections of buyers, right? Who will buy that, right? You have to select, right? Then the selection of product range, what type of products would you like to offer to your customer. That range could be based on the price, on the quality, or could be on the basis of many other factors. Then space allocation, it plays a very important role, that the display of the product. Space allocation, how will you allocate a space in the store to your products, right? Then the range planning, right? Range planning is what sort of a range would you like to offer for a particular product to your customers, right? And then the product display. All products are need to be grouped in one categories, and this is better managed when the consumer decision tree is used to find out the hierarchical thinking process of consumers. See, it is very important that you should arrange the product as per the categories. And how can you arrange the products as per the categories? It depends on the consumer decision tree, right? And it tries to find out the hierarchical thinking process of the consumer. Once it is decided that which all product to keep in one category, right? The next task is of product assortment. First of all, decide the group of categories. That is category, one type of a category, and it is important that you should decide which type of the product would you like to keep in your in one category, right? After deciding the category, the next task is the product assortment. In product assortment, the decision related to the leading brands, marginal contribution of each stock keeping, size of units, private versus national brands like decisions are taken here. So the most important thing is first categorize the product, that is group the products in categories, right? After grouping the product in categories, next is assort your product. Assortment is what? Assortment is the decision related to brands, right? Marginal contribution of stock keeping, right? How much stock you would like to keep, right? Size of the units, and the private versus national brands like decision are taken here. This is known as product assortment. The third most important role of merchandising is space management, the layout, fixture, display, and allocation of shelf space, right? In sales, all these three processes plays a very important role. First is group your products into categories, then categories, that there should be product assortment in the categories, right? Like product assortment means which all brands would you like to offer to your customer for a particular product, right? Or the number of units or the size of units, right? Or the private versus national brands, like that. And the third important role is space management, the layout, fixture, display, and allocation of shelf space. How will you allocate this shelf space to your products, right? Visual merchandising, and visual merchandising includes a space allocation, planning around the range of products to be stocked in the retail store, and display of selected product in the store. See, that is a display plays a very important role in sales. At times, consumer purchases the product, right? That was not in the mind of the consumer that he or she needs that product, but when when the consumer sees a certain product, a certain displayed product, they feel like it is looking good, I might need it in future, let's buy it, right? Even I required that product, but it skipped from my mind now. I have seen this product, I was looking for this product for a long time, I would like to have this product, right? So this display plays a very important role in sales. This visual merchandising is very important. It includes space allocation. How will you allocate a space to your products, right? Planning around the range of product. Planning, how will you, what is your planning? How will you display your products, right? In the retail store, right? And the display of selected product in the store. It helps to focus on the product and provide the right perspective for attracting consumer attention. Why display or visualizing the products is important, right? Why the display is important? Because it helps to focus on the product. When the product has been displayed in a right manner, that it attracts the attention of the customers, right? When it has been displayed in a proper manner at a proper place, then chances are there that it could attract the attention of the customer, and it focuses on the products, right? Visual merchandise helps in customer education, especially for those who have not planned or have a little idea of the purchase, right? And a third important aspect of visual merchandising is, see, it is required to grab the attention of the customer. The first one is that, right? Then the second one was the focus on the, that they want to focus on the product, right? When you want to create a focus around the product, then we used to display that product. And the third one is that it helps in that the displaying of a product helps in the educating the customers, right? Especially for those who are not planned or have a little idea of a purchase, right? If I want to purchase some X type of a product, and I have not planned to buy that product, right? But after seeing the information, after getting the information, that product has been displayed in some store, and I got the information regarding the price, regarding the features, regarding the usage and everything, I might purchase that product. Or Or even if I want to have some product but I have a little idea of the purchase, so that display could increase my information right about the product, and it increases the chances of the purchase. A well-placed visual merchandising is expected to increase the desire for purchase and facilitate the sales. And the most important thing is that if you have displayed the product or the merchandise in a proper manner, that it could increase the desire for the purchase and facilitate the sales, right? So important thing about the visualization of the products or merchandising is to increase the sales. Aims of visual merchandising: educating customer about the product offered by creative and effective presentation. What all are the aims of visual merchandising? Why we want to display that product? The first aim is to educate the customer about the product offered by creative and effective presentation, because we want to educate the increase the information or give the information to the customer about the product, right? If they have information, that is good, but we can increase if we can provide some extra information to them, or if they don't have any information about the product, this would increase their information base, and this might lead to sales. Facilitating the selling process from browsing to buying, right? Suppose I have some information and I have browsed for that product, and now it has been displayed. Now the chances are there that it will attract my attention, and it will increase my desire to purchase that product, and this browsing can lead to buying. Creating an environment of the product which will create a strong impact and a recall value, right? Next aim is to create an environment of the product, right? It creates an environment which will create a strong impact. This environment will create a strong impact and the recall value, right? Creating an environment of the product which will create a strong impact and a recall value, right? Attracting customer attention, we discussed about it, and assisting customer to match their needs. Suppose I want something but was not very sure that will that product meet my requirements. If that product has been displayed, I'll get the information about that product, and this will assist the customer to match their needs, whether that particular product will match my needs or not, right? There are visual merchandising will attract the customer attentions, right, and create an environment of a product which will create a strong impact and recall value, right? Meanings of sales display. In retail parlance, display refers to showcasing the range of products that the retailer offers to the customers. That is what the display is. Sales display boost in store appearance and demonstrate the best feature of the product offered in the store, right? That what is the sales display, right? Sales display is showcasing the range of a product which a customer or the which a retailer offers to the customers. That is sales display, and this sales display boost in the store appearance, right, and demonstrate the best feature of the product offered in the store. The ideal sales display also provide the valuable and relevant information to increase the chances of customer information. A well thought out sales display help to capture the interest of the retail shoppers, thereby greatly augmenting the level of pass by ratio, which ultimately boosts the sales. Store display are important for retailers of all size, whether it's a big size retailer or a small size retailer. It is important for all the retailers because after seeing, if it is even if it is a small size retailer and the products are displayed in a well manner, right, or the products are well praised, then the chances are there that it will attract the consumer attentions, like in kirana store. Like if this products has been displayed right in a right manner, then oh, I forgot this, even I need that product, right? Will purchase that product, right? And in the larger, if the retailer is of large size retailer, then when the product has been displayed in a particular manner or in a well, if the products are well placed, then the chances are there that it will attract the attention of the consumer. It will increase the information, right? Information will be, that the customer will get more information about the product and will can lead to desire to purchase that product, right? Windows and external displays plays an important role in capturing customer attentions, right? At times we never thought of going into a certain shop, right? But that external display or the window display, right, attracts us, and by seeing that product which has been displayed in the window, we might enter into that store, right? Right? And when once enter into that store, the chances are there that they might purchase the product, or even if they will not purchase the product, but they will get the some information, and it will be in their mind that yes, that we can visit next time, we'll visit that store and will purchase that product, right? Window display could include detail around capturing seasonal themes, festival offerings, and the new product launch or the discount offers, and this often facilitated by using props and display elements, right? That is, window and external display plays an important role. This window display could be a display of discounts, or it could be on the basis of themes of festivals, festival offerings, or a new product launch, right? And this has been facilitated by using props and display elements, right? What are the objectives of sales display, right? Why it is important? The first objective of sales display is to maximize the product exposure, so that majority of people should come to know that this product is available in the market. Maximize the product exposure, enhances the product appearance, right? Then it stimulates the product interest. First is maximize the product exposure. That product should be exposed to the maximum customers, right? Enhances the product appearance, right? Third is stimulate the product interest. When it has been displayed, that it will stimulate the product interest. Then exhibit product information, right? Stimulate product interest and exhibit product information, that we can get the information about the product. Then facilitate the sales transactions. Sales could be made, right? Ensure the product security. At times the security is required. It ensures the product security is there. Provide the product storage, right? And remind customer of planned purchases and generate additional sales of impulse items, right? So when product has been displayed, right, it reminds the customer for planned purchases. Oh, I have planned to purchase that product, now I need this product, and I might take that product, right? And it could generate the additional sales impulse items. It is there, right? I might need it later on, or even I might not have thought to purchase that product, but I want that product, right? So impulse, it could lead to the impulse sales, impulse purchasing, right? It could generate additional sales of impulse items, right? Display perform a threefold jobs. See, this display performs the three types of the jobs. The first is attract people who otherwise might not go into store, such as passerby out window shopping, to come inside. As I told you, at times, right, the product has been displayed, right, in the windows, and I might not have thought to visit a particular store, but I might get attracted by that windows display, and that I might go inside that store and will make and chances are there that I could make purchases, or even if I will not make purchases, right? It would be in my mind next time I will visit that product. I have seen that product in that particular store, and I like that store. I might visit and will purchase it next time. So it will attract those who have not planned to visit that particular store or a brand. So it attracts people who otherwise might not go into store, right? After they are inside the store where they came in to buy or just to look, expose themselves to buying suggestions by the counter displays and the literature, etc. Third is those who come in to buy something, induce them to buy a larger supply by smart packing or display, or to buy additional products. Right? First is it will attract those who might not have planned to visit that particular store. Second is it could lead to the sales, or it could expose to that expose them to buying suggestions, or it will increase their level of information. And third is, suppose if people have come to buy something, it will induce them to buy a larger one, or or to buy the additional products, right? So display performs a threefold jobs. There are certain principles of displays. What all are the principles of displays? Principles of unity, principles of balance, principle of contrast, principle of emphasis or dominance, principle of repetition, principle of proportion, and principle of color blocking. We can display the product on the basis of certain principles, and these are the principles of display. We'll discuss each and every principle one by one. Principle of unity. What is principle of unity? Unity is one of the most important principle of design. It means that the various elements such as merchandising, display materials, signs, accessories, etc. should appear unified and be seen as a whole and a complete unit. All the elements should be organized clearly so that it works together to make a message stronger. That is the principle of unity. What is the principle of unity? That is the most important principle of design. And in this, the various elements of display, like it could be the merchandising, right? Or it could be the display material, or the signs, or the backgrounds, or the accessories, or anything else should appear unified as if they are one and be seen as a whole and a complete unit. Right? It all the elements should be organized clearly so that it works together to make a message stronger. This is the principle of unity, that each and everything should be looked unified, should appear unified, and should be seen as a whole or a complete unit. This is the complete unit, and all these elements should be organized clearly so that they work together to make a strong message. Right? Next is principle of balance. There must be a harmony among the components and items of display. Balance may be formal or informal. Formal balance is about the symmetry with respect to the height, weight, number of items displayed on the each side of a sign or Windows display. See, in principle of unity, we place each and every merchandise, that is the display material, signs, accessories in a manner, right? It looks unified as if they are one, as a whole, right? But in principle of balance, we do take care of the balance, how to display that product, right? That there should be a harmony among the components and the items on display. It should not be look weird, right? If you will place the products like anything, keep a refrigerator and then a refrigerator and then a suitcase with that, it will look bare, it will not balance, it would be imbalanced type of the uh, display, right? There must be harmony among the components of item on the display, right? It could be formal, balance could be formal or informal. There must be harmony among the components and items on the display. Formal balance means what? Formal balance is about the symmetry, right? Height or the weight or the number of the items displayed on the each side of the windows, right? Right, it must not be overcrowded, window must not be overcrowded, or it must not be vacant types. So you should take care about the number of items to display on the each side of the window, what should be the height of the displays, what should be the weight of the display, right? So unity of balance. Informal display intends to adapt creative and novel or extraordinary approach to establish a harmony. Asymmetrical or informal design have dissimilar edges but equal visual weight. So I like informal balance. Informal balance will try to form a symmetry with respect to height, symmetry with respect to weight, right? And the number of the items display on the each side of the window. While in informal display, it tend to be more creative and novel or extraordinary approach to establish a harmony, like an asymmetrical or informal design have dissimilar edges but equal visual weight. Weight should be equal visual weight. Asymmetrical designs are well balanced, then it will result in visual interesting displays. As I told you, even if you want to create an informal display, you can keep a luggage bag with the handbags, right? That can be displayed, right? Or but you cannot display on the one side the refrigerator and on another side the luggage bags, right? So informal display intend to adopt creative and novel or the extraordinary approaches to establish a harmony, right? In asymmetrical approach or in or informal design have dissimilar edges but equal visual weight should be there. Asymmetrical designs are well balanced, then it will result in visually interesting displays, right? If this even if they are asymmetrical, there is an asymmetrical design, but it should be well balanced. If that asymmetrical design is well balanced, it will result in visually interesting display. Next is principle of contrast. Principle of contrast involves with focusing on a product by stressing on the contrast, such as displaying a light shade product in the dark shade background. A small cute offering against the giant size product in the background, using contrasting colors of light, texture, shapes, etc. As the name indicates, principle of contrast. Right? They that if you want to display something that is displaying a light shade product in the dark shade background, it enhances the display. It enhances the product, right? So this displaying a light shade product in the dark shade background, or a small cute offering against the giant size product, right? If you are offering something with a refrigerator, a small something, right, then you can keep it with with that fridge, right? It will enhances the that you can keep that offering against the giant product in the background. That product is in the background and you have kept that offering in front of that product, right? It is contrast, right? So contrast at times people get attracted at this contrast, especially if we say in Apparel industry, this contrast plays a very important role, right? It might or in it might attract or it attracts might not it attracts the attention of the customer. So principle of contrast is very important and plays a very important role specifically in apparel industry or in makeup industry, right? While you are displaying a light shade product in the dark shade background or a small cute offering against the giant size product in the background using contrasting color of light or a textures or shapes, etc. This is generally done to create a visual hierarchies, right? The effect of any light color object would highlight when kept in a dark background, right? So this is the principle of contrast. Then the principle of emphasis or dominance. In this method, dominating the display space by using specially made product pack of size much larger than the original size or dominating with the use of unusual spatial effect as a crowd puller, right? You might have seen that in some of the TV shows, right? If they offer if like in Karorpati, right? You might have seen the a large size check, right? Or a large key of any car of automobile has been given to the winner, right? This large size check or a large key, although we cannot that we cannot encash that check or we cannot use that key, right? But what does that large size key or that large size check this indicates? It is on the basis of the principle of emphasis and dominance that they highlight the what they have what that person has won, right? Or what has been given to that particular person or what has been given to the winners. So in this method of emphasis or dominance, that the display space has been specially used by the product which was actually of a larger size than the actual size of the product, and that larger size product has been displayed, right, rather than the actual size of the product. And this this actually has been done to pull the crowds, right? The objective is to develop an element that stand out amongst the surrounding environment. Placing the example is placing a chauti wala person at a restaurant in Rishikesh near Haridwar are some example of display based on the dominance principle, right? Right? when we when we that is when we place when we display something, right, or display a product or a pack of size much larger than the original size, right? The example which I have taken is, if you might have ever visited that Rishikesh, right, there is a effigy of choti wala, right? They place that choti wala, right, person at a restaurant. Why? So that people could come to know, yes, that is the place where we want to attract the customers. We do this to attract the customers, right? That big size check, that big size key has been gifted to someone, right, or has been given to the winner, right? Although they will get actual keys or the checks, but that at that time when you are showcasing it, when you are presented it or gifting it to someone, normally you might have seen in the TV shows that they give a big size key or a check, right? It is based on the principle of emphasis or dominance, right? Then principle of reputation. What is the principle of reputation? Principle of repetition is basically utilizes a pattern of elements that are reoccurred on layouts. Repetition involves reoccurrence of a single element throughout the design. Repetition, as the name suggests, you are repeating something, right? So repetition utilizes a pattern of elements that are reoccurred on a layout. That pattern has been reoccurred on the layout. Repetition involves the reoccurrence of a single element throughout the design. That a single element has been repeated throughout the design. Such repetition of element within the layout is expected to be aesthetically pleasing to consumers, and reoccurrence is expected to augment their retention of retailing merchandising. The principle of repetition is often extended to create attractive and pleasing background to catch the eye of shoppers. This principle of repetition has been used by Sephora in their store display, right? What is the principle of repetition? Principle of repetition is when you repeat a certain pattern, right, throughout the layout. That is known as the pattern of repetition, right? And why it is required? The repetition element within the layout is expected to aesthetically pleasing. It should be pleasing enough. It should attract the customer, right? And this is required. This is expected from this principle of repetition, that it will augment the retention of the merchandise of the customers, right? That pattern will attract the customer, as well as this reoccurrence of a pattern, of a particular pattern, is expected to augment the retention of the customers of the retailing merchandising. And it has been, if you have ever visited Sephora, right, you will see that, or any other good store, right, you might have seen that that the pattern has been repeated throughout the store or the layout, right? Why? So that it should be attractive enough, and should help the customer to retain the retailing merchandising, right? And this principle of repetition is often extended to create attractive and pleasing background to catch the eyes of the shoppers. It catches the eyes of the shoppers. Then principle of proportion. What is principle of proportion? As the name indicates, proportion. The principle of proportion in sales display its relationship between the size of the items in a display and space around them. Right? The that is it shows the relationship between the size of the items in a display, right, and the space around them. It is important to consider ratio of the items to the whole display and its balance, the placement of merchandise, fixature, and the negative space, right? So it is very important that you should keep in mind the size of items in a display. What is the size of the items in the display and the space around them? If size is large and space is less, right? Or if you have displayed many small items together, right, then it might not attract the attention of the customer, because you have displayed the n number of a product at the same place, right? It might not attract the attention of the customer. It is very important that you should consider the proportion, the proportion between the size of the display as well as the space around the items. What should be the space around the items? The size, what type of what is the size of the product to be displayed, and what is the whether you have kept the whether you have given a proper space to that product or not. It is important to consider the ratio of items to the whole display. The ratio of items, right? As I said, that if you have displayed many items and at a small place, then it might not attract the attention of the customer. And the balance, the placement of merchandise, right? Whether you have kept a balance their visualization, their display or fixture and the negative space. Balance means that make sure that space around the merchandise is same on both sides, right? It should not be like that you have because you wanted to display many things, so you kept something, right, which is visible from one side only and not from the another side. That it is very important. If you are displaying something, that it should be displayed in a way that the space around the merchandise is same from both the side. If I want to see from the left side or from the right side, it should be visible to me. If customer is coming from the left side and that product is not visible, customer might not pay attention, might not see that product, right? So it is very important. Overcrowding too many items can make it hard for customer to focus on the individual product. Never overcrowd any of the product. Avoid sparseness. Display that are too sparse may not catch customers' attention, right? Use the center. The center of display is often the first thing that catch the viewer's eyes. Use the center rather than keeping the product either on the left or the right. Use the center of display. The center of display is often the first thing that catches the viewer's eyes. Obviously, the thing which is placed at the center, it will attract more attention than other things. Play with size and shape. Use the size and shape of the product to create interest, right? Right. So you have to be certain. You have to be creative and innovative so that you can play with the size and the shape, right? Use the size and the shape of a product to create interest. What product could be displayed with what product, right? Do take care of the size of the product. Do take care of the shape of the product when you are displaying the product, right? Whether we should display that product and with which product we can display, along with which product we can display that product, right? Then principle of color blocking. What is principle of color blocking? Color blocking is a technique that involves pairing a contrasting or complementary color to create a bold and visually striking combination. We discussed it even when we were discussing the principle of contrast, right? Color blocking. That color blocking is a technique that involves pairing contrasting or complementary colors to create bold and visually striking combination, right? A red with yellow, right? Or that you pair or the products or contrast and complements the color to create a bold and visually striking combinations of the product. What is the significance of display? Why is it required? Significance of the display is shopper can locate desired categories and merchandise, right? When the product has been displayed, then shopper can locate the desired category, what I need, right? Suppose I want to go to a specific category, particular category, I can locate that desired category and the merchandise from that category, right? Shopper can get a chance to self-select, right, without any other external influence. Shopper can coordinate and accessorize, right? Information on size, color and prices are widely available and ease of obtaining information, right? See, what is the significance of display? That I can locate the desired category and the merchandise, that I need a product from this category and specifically I need this product, right? Shopper can get a chance of self-select without the influence of some external forces, right? Shopper can coordinate and accessorize with the things that shopper might get the information about the size, price, colors, right? And it will be easy for the shopper to get the information. Otherwise, you have to look for someone who will assist you to for who will assist you or who can give you the information. And suppose any of the salesperson is not free and engaged with someone else, then you might have either to wait, and if you don't have the time, you will go like this, right? So when the product has been displayed and their information has been displayed, right, then you will get the information about the product, about the size, about the prices, right? And you will get all this information easily. Leveraging visual merchandising tool to increase the purchase, especially add-on sales. Yes, this visualization increases sales, especially add-on sales. I might need this X product, but when Y product has been displayed, there are chances I purchase that product too. This is add-on sales. I have gone to some place or some store to purchase X, but ended with purchasing X, Y, and Z product. This Y and Z products are the add-ons. Increasing efficiency of operation within the stores by display. This increases the efficiency. You don't need much manpower who can assist others, right? Saving time for the salesperson, thereby increasing their efficiency and performance. Increase the store presence of the shoppers and taking a role of a silent salesperson by giving information through visual cues and including suggestive sellings, right? So all these are the significance of the display. Right? Store design. Actually, store design is divided into two. That is the exterior design and interior design, and both plays an important role. Exterior design, right? Exterior design includes the signs. If I want to locate a particular store, that the signs, the nameplate or the boards, right? That plays an important role. That the board which displays the name of that particular store, right? That comes under this exterior design, and it is important. It helps or it assists the consumer. Then the windows, right? Exterior design, windows. When you display the products in the windows and your windows are well designed, that it might attract the attention of the customers, right? Then exterior design, it prevents the theft preventions, right? Theft preventions, right? And next is multi-level stores could be there, right? And the interior designs include the fixtures, right? Internal fixtures. Then the displays, how you have displayed your products, the colors, what type of colors are there, whether you have what type of whether you have applied the principle of contrast or a principle of color blocking. Colors, even color, I'll not prefer I'll not prefer to take out that product. And if you are using the sales where I can easily take out the product. So store design plays an important role. That exterior design as well as the interior designs, both are very important. Types of displays, right? I hope now you understood the significance of displays, right? Why it is required to display the product. Now the types of display. Type of display, the first type of display is assortment display. In this type of display, a retailer puts on display a wide variety of merchandising for the customers, right? When a retailer puts a wide variety of the products for the customer on display, right? This is assortment display. Even the retailer puts on the display a wide variety of merchandise, right, to display for the customer. This display is organized in two-way, open or closed. In open display provides an opportunity to customer to feel or try that product, right, like appearance, right? It provides the opportunity to the customer to feel that product. You can touch the cloth, right? And you can try that product too, right? It is open type of a display. This is assortment display. Or the closed display on the other hand keep the product within the glass window or pre-packaged form. That is right. Closed window, like some expensive products, jewelry, right? A closed, that is a we display, the jeweler displays the jewelry but in a closed type of a manner, that is in closed system, right? They keep the product within the glass windows or a pre-packaged form. The glass windows, you can see the design of that jewelry but you cannot take out that jewelry from that glass window. So assortment displays where a wide variety has been displayed to the customers. Then comes the theme display. Theme display work on the principle of unifying the merchandise on the display around a common theme or a event, and accordingly call for the creation of appropriate mood or atmosphere in the stores. Nowadays, you will see, if you will visit some store now, everyone there, the majority of, as it is a festive season, and now you might see the theme of Navratris or Diwali, and at the time of Rakhi you might see the theme of Rakhi, and this theme display is based on the unifying principles, right? Everything looks unified, that they want to give a similar type of message, right? Even the signboard, display boards and everything, right? These display aim at enhancing the customer enjoyment while involving him more deeply with merchandising and the events, right? And during this time, during this festive season, if you will visit, right, that some of these stores, right, then they might have used a festive theme or Diwali theme, and this enhances the enjoyment, customers enjoyment, right? Then the coordinated display, using the approach of suggestive selling. In this type of display, generally a dummy is dressed in matching, say, combination of shoes, socks, pants, shorts, t-shirts, sports jackets, even rackets and the bags. And then the customers are thus provided with ease to buy the related items in one departmental store or place instead of going over to the different departmental stores or stores, right? And this display, this coordinated display, focus on selling a concept rather than just a product. Coordinated sports, you might have seen that if ever you visit to the Puma store or Reebok, right? They dress up the dummy in a way, right, that displays their each and every product up. Cap, then t-shirts, sports t-shirts, right, or jacket, or socks, right, or shoes, right, or say another some sports items, and a bag, right, and a bag. This actually, in this coordinated display, they displayed their most of the product in one go, and in this way they can provide an idea or to the customer about the related product. If someone has gone to purchase a product, say shoes, they might end up in buying, say, some another bag or something else, right? So this provides an ease to buy the related items in one department rather than moving to the another department. And this coordinated display is actually a concept selling rather than the product selling. It is not just a product selling, it is concept selling, right? Next is unit display. Unlike the related displays, the unit display use merchandise that is identical in shape, color, size, right, etc. for display together as a one unit, right? Like display of the knives, spoons and cutlery, or shoes or bags, shirts, etc. seen as a good number of stores follow this pattern, the unit display, right? Next is classification dominance display. In this type of display focuses on exhibiting a large variety of width and depth of product line carried out by the store, right? So dominance display is that it focuses on exhibiting a large variety of width and depth of the product lines carried by the store. So they try to display a number of products. This is organized on the product basis, which are put in the vertical order for display on the wall or on the selling floor, or sometimes all over. That is the classification of dominance. Right? This is organized on the product basis, that is, which are put on the vertical order for display on the walls, that it has been displayed on the selling floor or sometimes all over, that they have displayed a large variety of width and the depth. So you might have seen that, say, household good items, or even by the mobile, even to display the mobiles, or other clothing items. Cut cases and dump bins. What are the cut cases and dump bins? Are generally found in an inexpensive and effective displays used at the wholesale and the large discount stores. Merchandise is left open in these cases and the bins for providing ease of handling to the shoppers, that when you leave the merchandise in the bins, or when you leave your merchandise open in the cases or the bins, so that customer can find out the required product from those cases or the bins. And this type of a product is this type of display is usually used by the wholesaler or the large discount sales stores, that they put up all the product or the assortment in the bins, different bins, or the cases, and they allow the customers to find out what they need or require, right? So this is cut case and the dump bins. Videotape displays. Next is videotape displays. What is videotape displays? These displays use technology to speak to and show shoppers the available merchandise, right? So videotape displays is that they speak to and they show the shoppers the available merchandise, what all are available to us, that has been displayed, right? Or you might have heard that announcement that this product is available at our place and we are offering so much, we are offering this thing on this product, right? These pre-recorded audios or video devices, including the shelf talkers and rear screen projection, thus adding a new dimension of product needing demonstration. Like a video display, you might have seen it whenever you go to purchase some TV, right? That videotape display, they use this videotape display, that this speak and show shoppers to the available merchandising, that see, this TV, this is I want to purchase a TV and it has been displayed and they have started a TV. The TV is, I can see the display, the volume of the TV, and I can check other technical aspects of that TV, right? And another could be that that pre-recorded audios, right? This product is available at our site and we are offering this product at this price, or we are offering this product along with this product, right? So videotape displays are even important, right? So today we discuss about the merchandising and managing sales display, and we discussed why that sales display is important, and the principles of the sale. We discussed about the principles of the sales display and the types of the displays, and these displays, right, plays very important role, and it is important to manage all these sales displays. That's all for today. Thank you very much. Namaskar.